Another songstress from there coming up in a bit. As we have our morning conversation, and I think we need to continue where we left off yesterday because there were some things that I could not understand. There's a lady who called in, a student from Moore University. This is what she says. First of all, let's first of all just listen to this one because what she says is, well, it'll move you. That I can guarantee. Listen to her.
I'm a student from Moore University. I want to tell you these things are real, and nowadays they are happening daily. People are drinking alcohol, banging, cocaine, heroin. You know, these small bars, like in Moore University, there are these small bars that are located in the market. The owners get the drugs and they come to sell to the students. And the students organize a party. They come drink those, take the drugs. And you see one girl sleeps with over 10 or 20 boys in that one party. And minor, this should be a worrying issue to this country because most of them don't attend classes, and at the end of the semester they take down the exam, they just copy. And imagine like an aviation student, and that person will go into the job market. Amazing.
What really got to me and made me think we need to talk about this again were the SMSs I got in there. One of them says, mine, I'm 24. I used to organize some house parties in Limuru and all sorts of demonic things used to happen. I think we should blame the time we are in. I think we should blame the time we are in. Wow. What's life like in campus? That's what I want to know this morning. Me, I didn't go to university, so me, I don't know. What's life like in campus? How do you live and study in an environment like that? What has changed from campus back in the day to campus today? That's what I'm trying to understand here, because to me it's shocking. From the SMSs I got yesterday, it's a very normal thing. Like Steve from KU, he actually said, and I quote, it's the norm of the weekend. Fridays equals to pub clubbing the whole night. Saturday indoor partying where everything happens. Please don't make it sound weird. It's normal. How is that normal?
University.
I want to know what university is like today. Because if this is normal, then
what is abnormal?
Yeah. Help us understand, students. Give me a call on 0711046105. I'm sure as a parent, as you listened to our morning conversation yesterday, you had your thoughts. When your children say this is normal, or when your brothers or sisters say this is normal, what does that make you think?
They are blaming it on time.
The time they are in. Let's blame it on the time we are in. How? What has changed from uni back in the day to uni today? And how is this normal? If you're a student, I'd love to hear from you. 0711046105 is my number. Give me a call or send me a text message to 22494, or you can contribute online.
What of Ngwero?
Yes, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's look up on my fan page on Facebook or Twitter handle at It's Minor Kigeni, hashtag MITM Minor in the morning, or follow this conversation at classic105.com as well. How is this normal? What happens in uni today? And if you went to uni back in the, are we making a mountain out of a molehill?
Ama tungerudisha hiyo kitu ukitoka form 4 unaenda NYS yata. 1 year, 2 years, shika kijiko mwiko.
Hello.
Morning, Mina.
Morning to you.
I am taken to my stomach by a discussion with you.
Dear.
Mina, I went to Johannesburg for my undergrad and master's.
Yeah.
And I think what Kenya is going through now is what was happening then in Johannesburg.
What was happening?
No, I'm saying the sex, the drugs, the parties, all the weird stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I have personally lived it.
Yeah.
I did not partake of it, but I have lived through it.
Yeah.
And when there is a guy who called you yesterday and said it's all about parenthood, and I remember you questioned him. And I will tell you for sure, Mina, it's all about parenthood. And I remember the guy who to say, kids are a reflection of their parents.
Yeah.
Mina, when I went to Johannesburg, it was a new place. I didn't have any friends. So I didn't know who I was making friends with. So the people I hung out with that time were into drugs, were into, I can tell you my first semester, I went for an old minor and I cried for an hour because it was in a township and I could not go back home alone because it was around the xenophobia thing, right?
Yeah.
So I had to be escorted or to be given a lift up to the town so that the locals don't kill me. Now, Minor, the only thing that made me stop or hold myself back from partaking of the drugs and the sex, and it's the prayers my mother said to me and the struggle she went through every semester to send me money. That is what stopped me. And the prayers she used to say to me. So I didn't want to betray that. You get?
Yeah.
I didn't want to, for her to be ashamed or for her to struggle to amount to nothing. And now as a mother of girls Minor, I want to be the same parent or mother that my mom was to my kids. I can't be working Minor from 6 a.m. and then instead of going home at 5 quickly so that I get home before the kids sleep, I'm in the bar having a drink, living the life. Right?
Yeah.
Because now your children's influence becomes the Verasidikas and the Hudas. So removing your clothes is not an issue anymore. Right?
Yeah.
You're not there to show them that role model is not Huda, is Caroline Mutoko, is Julie Gishuru. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're not guiding your kids, who's guiding them? If you're not praying with your kids and you're not praying over your kids, who's praying over them, Minor? Who's talking to them? Who's influencing them?
Okay.
Who's influencing them? So being influenced by these shows at 5 o'clock when they come to school, people dancing all over with no clothes. I think we need to be better parents, Minor. We need to be better parents. So for our kids to be better children and to make the right choices, we need to be better parents. Because like that guy said, kids are a reflection of their parents. The apple does not fall far from the tree, Minor. It doesn't.
Wow. Okay. Thank
That's
you.
my teacher.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Wow. What an experience in Johannesburg. My goodness. Keep calling.
Feel good and your work.
I think we should bring the term Yali. Because if you look, we are the youth at this time, we are exposed to very many things. You know, I maybe by your time there wasn't something like Facebook, now Twitter, Instagram, and so on. There's some other who have just called.
Yeah.
And she is saying, for now it's, and for true, it's not that easy to get the new Jurigishoros and other. Because I think Jurigishoros starts at around the age of 14 and so, but today's Verasidika starts at the age of 3. Because that's where you find a 3-year-old girl knows who Verasidika is, but she can't even tell you one thing about Jurigishoro.
So, the things that used to be taboo back in the day are now the right things for you.
They are now the right things for the youths and the generation we are in now.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24?
Yeah.
And you used to do all these crazy things in school?
Imagine, and that was 2012. And I found them there. So they have not just they have not just started now.
Wow.
Yeah, they were there. I think I don't know what to say, but if I remember some things, I just feel guilty because some things we just did and are being done now. They are just out of, I don't know.
Ulifanyaje?
Kingangi mambo ambayo yanafanyika high school na ambayo tulifanya. Kingangi. They were just crazy. Hata mzazi akisikia mambo zingine, I know, hata anaweza kufukuza right away, akufukuza nyumbani.
Wow. Yeah. So you've done the whole thing. You've done drugs, you've done sex, you've done bangi, you've done everything.
I did them in high school. And yeah, I think you should play for the parents. See wimbo inasema, don't worry, be happy.
We should play for all parents. Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, by Bobby McFerrin.
So they can to tell them to stop worrying and be happy. It's a new generation. It's a new time.
It's a new generation and they have to accept it. Kwa sababu I think haitawezekana kubadilisha. It's already out of
control. Okay.
Yeah, it's beyond their control and they can't do anything about it.
Mrs. And I've got one saying, man, I graduated from UN last year, and I can tell you that all these things that you hear are very true and they happen every day. It's sad, but the fact is that it has become the norm in campus. You'll be surprised the first few days when you get used to it. Drugs, sex, it's a normal business. Wow. Morning, my that lady said the truth. My former high school students used to do all kinds of stuff. We were never checked as we opened school, and students used to carry bang and all sorts of alcohol and cigarettes. We used to have entertainment on Saturdays, and it was from 7 to 10, and it came with everything, including students having sex. It was a boarding mixed school, and the teachers were not concerned about the students' welfare. Others were addicts, so it starts from high school. Amazing.
Hello, Maina.
Morning.
I want to contribute. I'm a distance.
Yeah.
I would like to take you the journey through which those students reached there.
Uh-huh.
We are looking at students who are brought up most of the times by the housemaid.
Yeah.
Parents are very busy. They don't have time to check on their discipline and other things they are doing, so they spend a lot of time in their houses watching movies.
Yeah.
And they even doing things which are not very straight.
Yeah.
The same students are taken to a primary and a secondary school where discipline is, where the teacher has been weakened. They cannot discipline the child. They cannot cane the child, even if the child was burning the school.
Yeah.
So they study now a system where they feel that they are the boss. They feel the teachers are their colleagues. So the cases of indiscipline continue increasing. So most of these students, they reach university. They are not even being taken through the NYS as the system used to be before, to harden the people to realize that life is not that easy. So the same students, and in this case, they have reached the point of university. They feel so proud. Some of them are even too young to make a decision. Many of these days, guys are going to university at 17 years, others at 18 years. So a lot of indisciplined cases, people who are there in the university enjoying that universal status of the university, feeling that they are free, mature people, nobody is asking you why are you doing this and this. So they reach a point where they cannot make wise decisions. So some of them, they come to realize when they finish the university minor. Currently, most of the university graduates, at least 7 out of 10 are drunkards. There are people who are on drugs. In fact, most of the employers these days are considering employing diploma people who are coming from lower institutions because they feel these are people who have gone through the hard way, did not succeed directly to the universities, they have struggled. There are people, when you give them an assignment, their history has trained them to work hard. Their history has trained them that things are not easy. It's not all about things being so easy. So we are looking at a system of education that is giving out the fruits. You see, when people are taking through the free primary, free secondary education, they think everything is just free, everything is just easy. Now I think we are starting to see the fruits of free education, free everything, free, easy life, no discipline, no caning. So, minor.
Yeah.
Hello. I want to ask you a question. Look at a child who is growing up. The maid cannot discipline them. The mother cannot discipline, the father cannot discipline, the teacher cannot discipline. If the police disciplines them, like the case that was happening in Karatina, the same police are accused you are going against the children's rights. Now the children know we have rights, but they have not been told these rights have limits. These rights have limits. There's no time when you just ask, because you are a student, you go on doing anything you want, because the institution will never discipline you.
Okay.
So I really speak with the teachers in high school.
Yeah. Okay. I need to cut you off there, unfortunately, because I've got to go. But thanks a lot, huh?
Yeah. Well.
All right. A rotten generation. Have the final word, huh?
Hello, Maina.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, my name is Daniel.
Yes, Dan.
I wanted to contribute towards the conversation.
Karibu.
Yes. Now, there's this parent who has called and said that the concern is about the parenthood.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Reason being,
yeah,
I'm a young man.
Yeah.
And I was brought up in a straightforward family.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old. I've never tested alcohol and I've never tested anything to smoke.
Yeah.
I live my life in a straightforward way, and that is the way I was brought up. Not because I cannot afford cigarettes, not that because I cannot afford bang, not that because I cannot afford liquor, but I know as a young man I'm supposed to be straight. The student, you might have noticed even the students who are calling.
Yeah.
They even have a problem of communication. They cannot talk straight English.
Yeah.
Now, that brings us to the next question. How did they get to campus in the first place?
True.
True. You notice you said, I've heard you said you never got to campus, but you speak 1,000 times more better English than them. Now, parenthood is the core of everything. If we are going to have good parenting, and you've noticed most parents nowadays shy away from parenthood, they leave everything to the maid. They take their young children to boarding school. So by the time the children finish primary school, high school, they do not know the kind of people they are bringing up. And that is the cause of everything. I am a young parent. The way I bring my children up is the same way I was brought up. And I believe everything is going to be okay. And as a nation, the society, Ibambo, we were normally being punished in schools. Nowadays, there's nothing like that. Most of the parents were complaining. But look at the generation we are bringing up today. It's all a mess. And as a young man, I'm worried. There's a lady who has called from Moi University, the lady you talked to yesterday, from Moi University. It is a worrying trend. I am an entrepreneur, I am a consultant, a young man. If I'm going to take anyone from university, then if that is the case, I'd rather go for diploma students. I believe they can perform better than the graduates. Thank you.
Wow. All right.